make sure if you go to people barbecues and shit, make sure you take some, okay? Even if you taking just a case of goddamn soda. I know you're gonna bring them goddamn chick drinks. You ain't gonna bring no damn name brand shit, but bring some. Don't carry your ass over nobody's house fixing no damn plates, okay? Without having something in your hands, okay? Bitch, I am loud, live, and in motherfucking colors. Damn! Like, hell no, 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 no. Yada, yada, yada. Like, hell no, 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 no. What we gonna be talking about, girl? Like, hell no, 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 no. I ain't a random motherfucker, okay? So,
parental discretion is advised.
Hey, what's going on, beautiful people? It is Memorial Day weekend. I know you guys are going to enjoy this 3-day weekend, girl. I have some tea to dish out today. Y'all know, get your teacups ready. All of that good stuff. It is some stuff that I'm going to be sharing with y'all that I did not know when I previously came and did that video in regards to Tamar Braxton. Because like I told you guys, I didn't watch the reel like that. I didn't. I do. I can't really say that I'm a fan of Tamar Braxton, but like I said, I didn't watch the reel like that. But after reading over this news source as to the reason why they let this woman go, I know I had the speculations as to why they let her go. But after reading over this article right here, I'm a little bit disturbed and a little bit peeved at the whole situation. But let me read y'all a little bit of the stuff that I read on here. Now, they have allegedly, well, ain't no allegedly, this came from the executives of the reel. Let me read y'all what they say. The real reason is that they fired this woman. Like I said, I didn't know this in my previous video because, like I said, I didn't watch the reel like that. But after reading this, I'm a little bit disturbed at it. Let me read it to you. It says, executives of the daytime talk show The Real fired Tamar Braxton because of negative feedback on her ghetto persona given by focus groups, as well as on-set insubordination and a rebellion by advertisers. Now, I did tell you guys that they said it was because of the advertisers and things like that, but I did not know a lot of this other stuff that I read. Let me continue reading. It says the show's sales team made it clear that advertisers did not want her in their segments due to her antics and lack of cooperation. Specifically, there was an incident a few weeks ago that basically ended her run with the show. Now, it is said that during the final tapings of The Real in early May, the show executive producer had reached breaking point with Tamar, who cursed her out in earshot of staffers on set after being upset she lost the game during the taping. So that part right there got me kind of like, really, Tamar? She cursed the lady out because she lost a game during the taping. And apparently she did this in earshot of other people who work, you know, for the show. So I'm your boss. Just say I'm your boss. You curse me out in front of the other employees. I mean, that just makes it, come on, that makes it look like I have absolutely no control. Let me continue reading. It says, it was an ugly scene. Pinterest was sponsoring the segment, and Tamar was genuinely upset she was losing the game. So she was seriously upset. She really acted out during the taping in front of the studio audience and then exploded behind the scenes once the show was done. So she was, like I told you guys, it's a time and a place for everything. So if you're on a live show, especially in front of a studio audience, you definitely can't act a certain type of way in front of the studio audience because, I mean, girl, it's the studio audience and it's a live tape show. You have to act a certain type of way. Not saying you can't be yourself, but you can't just be out there just blowing up because you're losing the game and just acting a donkey, especially in front of the advertisers, okay? But anyway, it says producers had to heavily edit the segment to make it presentable on air, to air on TV. But the sponsor was on set for the segment and witnessed it all, sources said. According to production people on the show, Tamar's outbursts on set were frequent. She regularly blew up at the executive producer, and oftentimes her husband, Vincent Herbert, or her co-host would have to calm her down. So they're saying that she would frequently blow up at the executive producer and sometimes be sitting there acting a donkey on Vincent, and the co-host would have to try to calm her down. Now, this is the part that kind of got me side-eyeing the whole situation. It says, Telepictures decided to conduct focus groups on the show to see what they could do to empower the show for seasons 3 and 4. As it has been announced that the series had received a 2-year renewal on all Fox stations and BET where it re-airs. The research from the focus group was not good for Tamar. The focus group, this is the part that pissed me off. The focus group research showed that most educated and working women did not identify with Tamar's show vernacular. I don't know, I guess her vocabulary, and her use of words known to be popular among drag queens and some gay men. Phrases like "get your life," "where they do that at," and "have several seats." We know where that came from. That came from the Scorpion show, "Have several seats." It was even said she seemed more suitable to be a judge on RuPaul's Drag Race on Logo instead of a talk show host on The Real. What? That's insulting as fuck. That's very insulting to say that this woman would be more suited to be a judge on RuPaul's Drag Race. But I digress. Let me continue reading. It's only another small part. The research went on to say that most educated and working women found her to be ghetto, and that her aggressive eye rolling, neck rolling, and the smacking of her mouth were indicative of stereotypical behavior that African American women have worked years to overcome. The source continued. And it also says that Vince knew they were having problems with her, and he shielded Tamar from a lot of what was being said and done. But in the end, his producer credit on the show was more about vanity and less about control. Warner Brothers wanted to work out an exit agreement with Tamar that wouldn't make viewers aware she was being fired. Despite wanting to free themselves of her, they wanted the transition to take place smoothly. So apparently they didn't want to just fire her just all abruptly like that. Before they could hammer out a joint agreement that was good for both parties, she posted a cryptic message about betrayal and unnamed persons who she feels stabbed her in the back after she stupidly trusted on Instagram. It's that type of impulsive behavior and lack of self-control that is why she is off the show, the source said. So, okay, like I said, yes, do I feel like Tamar should have been removed from The Real because of her, insubordination and lashing out on the executive producers and acting a donkey in front of the studio audience because she was losing a game and things like that? Yes. But by them saying, now I understand it was a focus group, but because they said most educated and working women found her ghetto, now I can't say that I think that Tamar is ghetto because she used stuff like "get your life" or "where they do that" or "have several seats." How is that ghetto though? I mean, I don't. Maybe it's because I don't look at her as being a ghetto person. Now, does she say some off the wall things, and does she do things that is not suitable for daytime television? Of course, probably, of course. However, you also got to think about think about the shit that Raven-Symoné does on The View. Ain't nobody saying nothing about that. But I think it more so comes from the fact that, number one, you cussing out the producers in front of the studio audience. And not only are you cursing out the producers in front of the studio audience, you're cursing out the producers and acting a donkey in front of the advertisers. So I think that's probably one of the main reasons why she's being axed. And the fact that they, like I said, they wanted to work out a joint agreement for her to just, exit stage left without it being too obvious that she was being fired. And before they could do that, she decided to go ahead and go on social media, basically airing out all the dirty laundry that was going on The Real. So that was really the ice that, I guess, the straw that broke the camel's back in that whole little situation right there. But I'm kind of side-eyeing the whole thing about educated and working women found her to be ghetto, and that her aggressive eye rolling, neck rolling, and smacking of her mouth were indicative of stereotypical behavior of African American women that African American women have worked years to overcome. Side eye on that situation. But yeah, I just wanted to come back and talk about that right quick, because I know I missed that whole little, I missed a whole lot in that last video that I did, but I digress on that situation right there. I'm just, what? Anyway, let me continue. Now, I also want to address the rumors that Keke Palmer will be replacing Tamar on The View. That has turned out to be a rumor and a lie. Keke Palmer took to her Twitter account to basically let everybody know that I will not be a host on The Real. I will still be hosting my own reality television show. I forgot what it's called. Being Kiki or something like that. I'm not 1,000% sure, but she does have her own talk show. Not sure what channel it comes on. Not sure if it's just on the internet. I'm not sure. But Keke Palmer does have her own talk show, and she basically told people that she will not be replacing Tamar Braxton on The Real. So I just wanted to put that out there. Also, Angela Simmons. Angela Simmons is expecting her first child with her fiance. I'm assuming it's her fiance, boyfriend, or whatever. Now, people are kind of side-eyeing Angela Simmons because she was just on The Breakfast Club, and she was also on Growing Up Hip Hop, or whatever it is, just in January of this year. Now, mind you, it's just May, okay, just about to be June. In January, she was on The Breakfast Club, basically telling Charlamagne, because Charlamagne was like, you know, you don't want nobody to take advantage of you and, you know, mess around and get you pregnant, etc., etc. And she was like, nobody can take advantage of me because I'm not going to have sex until I get married. You know, basically she was insinuating that she was a virgin. And of course, a couple of months later, here she is pregnant. Now, she's not married. I'm pretty sure the pregnancy probably sparked her and this dude to get engaged. I'm not 1,000% sure, but you know, you could speculate that, you know, she probably was wanting to keep it under wraps until they got married and then announced that she was pregnant. But I guess things probably happened a little bit too fast. But like I said, Angela Simmons is a grown woman, so people can't sit there and be side-eyeing this child, this girl, for deciding that she wants to get pregnant, whether she does it out of wedlock or in wedlock, okay? Stop. And the main people that are judging this chick are people who got 5 or 6 or 7 kids, okay, and ain't with neither one of their baby daddies, okay? Yes, okay, and with neither one of them babies daddies, and you didn't get married before you opened your damn legs, so why are you criticizing this girl for doing the same thing? Now, don't get me fucked up. On my side, I heard the fact that she sat there and said she was a virgin not even 5 months ago, and now she's all of a sudden pregnant. I mean, either way, it's not really my business, but the fact that some people are sitting there talking about they're demanding an apology. Bitch, for why? Okay? For what? For why? Why does Angela Simmons owe your ass an apology? What motherfucker, what have you done for her lately? Okay? Who are you? Are you God? Okay? This girl don't owe you a damn thing. She is a grown woman, and trust me, her child will be very well taken care of. So congratulations to Angela Simmons on your pregnancy. Now, let's talk about KK from Love and Hip Hop. Karen King, boo. We know Karen King is the new motherfucker on Love and Hip Hop. The motherfuckers who just came out of nowhere, who really don't nobody really even know what they really have to bring to the show. We know that they bring in a fake ass storyline to get some money, but Karen King has recently been arrested. I should have reported this earlier in an earlier video, but I'm just now getting whiff of this. Karen King has since been arrested for identity theft, okay, or identity fraud or whatever. She purchased a designer handbag with a fake check or whatever. Motherfucker, how the fuck you on television still committing goddamn identity fraud and shit? Is Mona Scott writing you your damn checks late or something, girl? Why the fuck is you still like that writing badass checks, Karen King? Okay, you and what the fuck is her name? Tommy. Y'all got pretty soon. I should be seeing another mugshot from Tommy for the same damn thing for writing badass checks. Cause y'all known for writing badass checks. That's some sad ass shit. How the fuck you on television getting checks and you still writing badass checks for damn designer? But if you can't afford the shit, you need to move on about your goddamn business. Go get some regular shit just like the rest of us, okay? But yeah, Karen King has since been arrested. I'm pretty sure she's probably out of jail now. And from my understanding, TMZ has footage of her being put in handcuffs at some type of a party or some shit like that. So yeah, let's talk about the BAM right quick. If y'all don't know, I think I mentioned this on one of my Love and Hip Hop reviews, but I'm not sure if you guys actually watched my Love and Hip Hop reviews. But Bambi is engaged to Lil Scrappy, and VH1 sat down and had an interview with her and basically was talking to her about that, and also was talking to her about the beef with Jessica Diamond, the beef with D Smith, and the beef with that Betty Boop bitch. And she was basically saying she doesn't really understand the beef between her and D Smith. She said she didn't even know she had any beef with D Smith. So she introduced D Smith to Tammy, you know, because she thought that they would be good to work together. She also said that D Smith just came out of nowhere. She said what she was basically when what the fuck is the girl named Arian walked her over there, and when Bambi basically told Arian that she was uncomfortable being over there because number one, Tammy had gotten into a fight with this Betty Boop bitch, and plus this Betty Boop bitch was trying to fuck around with Lil Scrappy, so she just felt some type of way about sitting over there. She wasn't insinuating anything in regards to D Smith, and D Smith basically just started calling her a transgender woman and basically saying that, calling her animal and all that type of shit. And she said she never did know she even had any beef with D. Smith. So she said D. Smith is very messy, and she understands D. Smith is very messy. She also said that she doesn't really even understand why Jessica Dime approached her in that manner. She said she doesn't want to have anything to do with Jessica Dime, and the producer asked her, "Do you think that, you know, you and Lil Scrappy have a lot of problems because you're on Love and Hip Hop?" She said, "Of course. I think a lot of people that are on reality television shows have issues in their relationships because they're on social media, and because they're on reality television shows." Now, they also asked her about the scene with Jessica Dime where basically Lil Scrappy was telling her he was going to take her out on a date. She was like, "Well, I'm pretty sure Lil Scrappy's going, you know, he's going to try to do things, and he's going to do things, but he always know where his heart is. So you're engaged to this dude to be married, and you're okay with him going out and fucking around with other chicks as long as he know where his heart is?" That's really, girl, you need to know your worth a little bit better than that, okay? You need to know your worth a little bit better than that, and not just be okay with the motherfucker fucking around on you simply because they know, you know, they're gonna come back home. So who gives a fuck? What is that to brag about? The fact that a motherfucker go out there and cheat on you, and okay, I know that he loves me because he's gonna come back home to me at the end of the day. Is that something to brag about? Bam. Okay, like I said, I wish you and Lil Scrappy the best, but girl, at the end of the day, stop that motherfucking shit, okay? It's not okay for a dude to go out there and do whatever the fuck he want to do on you, and just because you feel like he loved you, he gonna come home to you. That shit is not okay. But I guess, hell, if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. As long as it's good, if you okay with that shit, I guess that's all that matters. And that's really all that I have for y'all today. I just wanted to come and talk about the whole situation with Tamar Braxton. I thought that, like I said, the whole most educated and working women found her to be ghetto, and her aggressive eye rolling, neck rolling, and the smacking of her mouth were indicative of stereotypical behavior that African American women have worked for years to overcome. I just that looks like some shit that, well, I wonder who all was in this damn focus group. I wonder. But again, I hope that you guys enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. Be safe. Okay, don't be out here drinking and driving. I know y'all gonna be eating a whole lot of food. Make sure if you go to people barbecues and shit, make sure you take some. Okay, even if you taking just a case of goddamn soda. I know you're gonna bring them goddamn chick drinks. You ain't gonna bring no damn name brand shit, but bring some. Don't carry your ass over nobody's house fixing no damn plates, okay, without having something in your hands. Okay, yes, do that for your girl, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.